Uh-oh. Attention all drivers. Please brake early. Nah. Just say you struck the fear of God into them. It feels like it's been a little while since I've done anything competitive in sim racing. I do a set of course stuff every now and then in Toge, but I mean like proper hardcore nerd competitive. So for that, of course, we're going to head back to iRacing so I can punish myself and my wallet further and head to a circuit that I've not driven for quite some time. This is the Nurburgring, the Burger King. Welcome to the Burger King. Specifically the combined layout, which means the entirety of the Northern Loop and the GP circuit as well. That's a good clunker. That's a good clunker. It's a shame that I'm not using it. And to take on this Burger King challenge, I'll be driving a GT4 car, specifically a BMW M4 GT4. Now, I've kind of driven one of these before in real life. I say kind of because the real version I drove is newer than this, but I'm hoping somehow that will give me knowledge to drive this old version and I'll be good, maybe? Probably not. I'm like severely out of practice with iRacing, and given of course that we're on this new setup as well, everything is a little bit different, so hopefully we can adapt quickly and have a decent race. And this is my new sim racing setup, as you might have seen on Twitter, Instagram, and various other social media cesspits. I have partnered with Moser for this year, for both real life racing and for sim racing. This bit in the video isn't actually an ad, by the way, but it's just what I'm using now. And I figured given that I've been using pretty much the same setup for like 3 years, you guys might be interested. If you're not, then oh well, here it is anyway. But this bit kind of is an ad. On the 13th of June, I am holding my first ever real life event. It's an open pit lane track day at Donington Park in association with the guys over at Track Obsession. As of now, I think there are still some slots open for people to come and bring their cars along and drive. But it's also worth noting that spectators can come along absolutely free. We're hoping to have a nice little sim set up there, hoping to bring some of the cars along, plus it'd be a good chance to meet some of you guys. So if you fancy a day out, whack the 13th of June in your calendar and hopefully I'll see you then. Look at my little suckies. Look at my little suckies here. Ho, ho, ho. I've not driven iRacing for what feels like quite a while now, so this is hopefully not going to be too embarrassing. Please let me just be bad and don't tell me off in the comments, like you always do. But I figured that I'm just not going to qualify for this race, and maybe just even start from the pit lane and see how we get on. The last thing I want to do is ruin someone's race with my sort of rustiness, so I guess this is probably as good as my plan gets. Yo, I can't get enough of iRacing load times. Let's watch it together. Almost nice. No, I skipped you. I hate this game. Well, I've just entered the race session, and it seems like we're not the only person to not qualify. We're P18 on a grid of 30. So we're bang in the middle. So yeah, screw it, we'll start from the pits. I don't really know what to expect on this new gear, so I just don't want to shunt anyone. I've not had much luck recently in iRacing races. There goes the field, look at them! And actually, happy to say, a couple of BMWs at the front there. Now, I actually don't know which car is like the meta for GT4 at the moment. So I've just gone for the M4 because I kind of know it. But it seems fairly evenly spread. A couple of McLarens in there, a couple of Porsches, AMGs. Should be, hopefully, a fun race. Let me out! Let me out! And go. Okay, right. Starting from the pit lane in our BMW M4. Ah yes, the Carnage Report. Already here at T1, we're watching the number 23 car of Peter Bider. I'm sorry if I'm ruining your name. Go through T2 and just gets tagged by the 26. Round he goes. A little bit of damage there to the car, not too bad. Spins turns it, but loses a lot of time and ends up actually back down with me. A long way behind the rest of the field. Let's go. Now, we're about 10 seconds behind the field. Let's see if we can close that in before the end of a lap. Already got a car stopped in front of us. That's not good. That's a big F, so that should be a free place for us. Got Josh behind us as well, so keep an eye on him, see what his pace is like. And 6.9 seconds, extremely nice to the car in front. Let's go then. So we start off on the GP circuit, which is very wide and very forgiving. Lots of runoff everywhere. And as time goes on, we'll find ourselves getting onto the Northern Loop, the Nordschleife proper, as my good friend GP Laps would call it. Coming up into the far chicane for the first time, Nate here in the number 5 car tries going side by side with number 15, a fellow Aston Martin. Just tags him a little bit on the way through, and already this starts off a chain of carnage. They both go into the side of the 25 car. He gets flung off into the grass. Both these guys are sort of left there stranded. And here comes me, look. Oh, there it is. There's the carnage. Boss man on the inside there. 2 cars, 2 places. Thank you very much. I'll take that. Got our first off track too, but I'm going to ignore that. How did the cone get here? We go on board now with Tobias Kripke, looking in front as the 26 goes for a lunge on the 27 in front. A bit of contact between them, and the car's just shoved off into the wall. Goes the BMW and the Mercedes in front. A couple of freebies for Tobias there, and for me, who's somewhere behind all this carnage. It's getting feisty out here. So now we're on the Nurburgring, or the Nordschleife, sorry, the Northern Loop. And you've noticed immediately how the track changes. We go from this open, lots of runoff GP circuit with smooth curbs to no runoff, just a barrier. Curbs that will break your suspension if you look at it the wrong way. And if you do make a mistake, you don't really have any room to correct it. You just crash. It's why this part of this circuit is loved by everyone and why I go on about it so much. Also, as I pass someone's bumper there, it's kind of renowned for being difficult to overtake. So we are catching the group in front of us fairly quickly, actually. But once we get there, I'm not sure what we're going to do about it. Does 5th gear through here? It's all right. Could have taken more speed through there for sure. That's annoying through there when you get that wrong, because you lose time all the way down to the braking zone at the bottom here. The 5th gear, probably going to hold 5th actually for this first lap. Little dash on the brakes to go in, keep the car hugged to the inside. Bit of understeer. I'm going to brake at the change in tarmac. Pretty hard brake. Brake's not warm yet, you can hear by the squeakers. And Josh behind me actually gains quite a bit, so I need to start driving better. It's going to be difficult, but I'm not sure where we are in terms of place. That'll update towards the end of a lap, but a good start from us. You know, I say good start. We've stayed out of trouble by starting in the pit lane. We haven't binned it yet. You know, that's yet to come. It's a Jimmy Broadbent video, so it's going to be me making an ass of myself at some point. Through here. Not very tidy through there. Josh behind is a lot quicker at the moment in that Aston Martin, so I'm hoping I can get onto the back of these guys before he gets onto the back of me. If that makes sense, then we can just focus on that instead. It's a lot easier to defend when you're in a big group. Another yellow flag. Man, people are going off left, right and centre. Oh my god, he's coming back towards us. That was spooky. My god, there's an absolute battleground at the moment. Yeah, we'll roll onto the brake there, trying to find my... Oh, lots of understeer. We are running baseline as well, by the way, as another excuse. What else have I got? I'm sure you guys think something for me in the comments. That was neat through there. Exit not as great as it could have been, though. And again, slowly but surely, onto the back of these guys in front, nearly 2.5 seconds to the train, which is very nice. And I'm going to do a Misha. No, I'm not. Good. Love you, Misha. Josh behind me has the toe, which is going to suck for me. Coming up to this next part of the section, this very long uphill section. Having quite a tough time just rolling the speed through the corner compared to Josh. That was actually quite nice through there. I had a really nice exit. Josh didn't. So the guys in front are starting to fight a little bit. Back through here. Not quite. A little bit of a safety lift there. Notice I've taken that a lot tighter than I used to take it through there. The car seems to like it, and already now we're on the back of the train now, into the carousel for the first time. 3rd gear through here, chuck her in. Oh, a bit too fast on the way in there, and I end up exiting too quickly as a result. You can't really get a nice run through there if you get it hooked in nicely, but unfortunately I messed that one up. Up now to my favourite part of the circuit. It's so cool through here. Definitely a challenging one. You can't really see it that much on the screen, but the car starts moving around through here. Like, it's little mini movements that, as you just throw the car from one side to the other, and it really feels alive through here. And most cars do this through this section. It's why this section is so good. I feel like you're on the edge all the way around. Oh, he's gone over the edge. Into the wall goes the Bimmer. Big hit there. He'll be out of the race. That'll be a broken radiator at a minimum.
Here's what happened. Valentine Thomas here goes a little bit wide through the right hand and then comes back across to try and take the line. And number 6 is there and he gets tagged and just popped into the wall. Big hit there for the 26. He will not be going any further.
For a YouTube corner. Nice. Not bad. All about getting the exits right. The car in front I'm seeing going very, very deep into the corners and just not getting the drive out of them.
And meanwhile, just ahead of us, the number 10 AMG here has his own little issue. Gets a little bit wide there, hits the grass and just slides out of control. One of the fastest parts of the circuit. Bam! Hits the wall hard, then back into the wall again. The rear bumper comes off and he is left stranded, flashing, saying, please don't hit me. Luckily, everyone just about manages to miss it.
Catching up to this back of the pack nicely though. This could be a nice little race for us. Hop. Down a 4th. Tuck her in. Another yellow flag. This is not a place you want to see one. Are we going to come across someone in the wall? Watching the cars in front. Well, there he is. He's flashing. Don't hit me. Ah, get off that curb, Jimmy. Luckily, the GT4 cars are pretty good on the curb, so you can get away with a little nibble every now and then. Now, where I want to be is right on the back of this AMG coming onto the straight, because I'm going to have a car on the back of me, and if I don't have that, I'm going to get just ruined in a straight line. That Astra's right there though. Josh is doing the same as I'm doing now, pushing this little bit in this last sector to make sure he can have the slipstream all the way down the straight. That's okay, not as close as I would like to be, but I'm going to have a tow. Josh is probably going to pass me here, but that's okay. I can live with that. I think whether I want to fight him now or not, there's not really much I can do. Let's just hope that the old Bimmer has the legs to stay there. Going to try 6th. Was it a good idea? Watching my speed. Josh has got the overrun here. I can't do much. I want the inside though. Oh, okay, it's going to push me. All right, play that game. Thank you, Josh. You're a legend. Right onto the back of the train, heavy on the brakes. They all braked a bit early here. Oh, there's contact. There's a lot of contact between that McLaren and above and the... Oh, contact there. He's come back across.
Meanwhile, a bit further ahead of us, the number 8 car has his own issue just on throttle. Such an easy thing to do in this car, especially if you're running quite low traction control. Just about tags there. One of the AMGs always got to hold your brakes there, and then rejoins like a bit of a helmet right into the path of another car there. So number 8 there made me to go back to read the sport and code a little bit. In fact, he even caused contact here for number 17, just having to tap the wall there as he gets stuck out on the iRacing grass. No way back there if you're going into the wall. All from somebody else not paying attention when rejoining. Okay, that got very, very sketchy very, very quickly. We're now right on the toe of the McLaren in front, who's taken all the lines he wants in the T1 and overshot it massively. Now he's going to block hard, I assume, into here.
Clear on the left.
Yeah, just centre in there. That's all you can really do when you're in the McLaren in that situation. And he's now going to lose a ton of places. Good effort from the McLaren, but sorry, mate, ain't happening. He's still fighting back there as well. Gets muscled by Josh. Josh and I sort of slowly making our way through the field. We're P20, well, P21 on the line will be... Oh, the McLaren's off in the background. And if you wonder what happened to the McLaren, well, here it is. We're watching him come through the GP section now. Nate going through on the inside. Now, 23 car fancies to go him well. Gets a little bit sideways there on exit and just tags the McLaren. Spins him around to the wall. Bam, into the barrier. Front right suspension damage there. Putting him out the race. These GT4 drivers are pretty rowdy. I'll give them that. Guy in front's got no rear bumper. He has had his bunda taken. For the Schumacher S, we use all the road through there. Probably could be a bit smoother, but wah, whatever. We survived one lap, that's the important thing. Let's see if we can keep surviving. Oh god, that's not a good way to do that. Jimmy, you meant to take the apex of the corner. Oh. Try to square it off as nice as possible in this little bimmer here. So we haven't really got much. We've got a little bit of aero, but not a lot. So those sort of mid-speed corners, it's not really doing anything. So it's, for me, I find it best to sort of square stuff off. Right, let's try and get off track this time. Oh, or get one, whatever. It's okay, I can deal with one a lap if it gives us a run like this. Look how much closer we are now. I used to take second gear there, but these guys in front having a little bit of a squabble. Can I dive in somewhere? No. They've sorted it out now, so right. How can we get by this 29 in front? I'm not going to try and say your name, mate. No offence, but I don't want to make myself look even more stupid. I'll roll some speed through here. I'm going to hear that a lot, roll some speed. Just means not scrubbing off a ton of it into the corner. So we've got the speed in this guy through the first sector, definitely. Nice run there. We might go right on him. He's taken every line he wants. This is not a good idea.
On the left. Keep to the left. Clear on the right.
Managed to bully him out of it. That's nice. Oh, behind. Josh goes off into the barrier. Oh, no. I think he didn't quite see the 29 checking up there and just got it wrong into the barrier. It's a real shame for Josh. He's having a good run there. And now, unfortunately, the downfall of Josh, the Aston Martin that followed us out the pit lane at the start of the race, just on the outside line here, going through the flue pads, the fast right. There's no grip out there, straight into the barrier, hard as well. That would have broken the entire left side of his car. You can see now the car crabbing all over the place, but he has no choice but to pull the thing over and retire. Have to pay respects to Josh. Right, now that's braking a bit better. That's better, that's better. Just a little bit wide at the apex there. Right, guy in front is Bunda. Oh, he's off.
Car on your left.
I'll be taking that, mate. Thank you very much.
Stay on the right. Clear.
Can't be hanging about. You see a chance to take a place around here, you've got to take it. Or you just end up behind for ages. Oh, maybe I've got my tyres dirty or something there because that's tremendous chundusty there. Wow, that's the worst I've ever taken that complex in my life. Congratulations, Jimmy. You're a loser. So in front of these guys, there's a bit of a gap. Chris Chadderton. Oh God, I can't race against the Chad. I'll be destroyed. I'm just a beta male. Leave me alone in my peace. We are catching though, which is nice. A couple of stabs at the throttle. I don't like that when I do that. It's a bad habit that I've got. I'm a bit of a throttle stabber. Easy through there. I've got to say, you know, obviously I am sponsored by these guys. Take what I say with a pinch of salt, and I'll always try and put that out there. But with what is essentially fairly rough settings on this wall, it feels okay. I'd say when the car gets sideways, I haven't quite got it tuned to the night. It feels a bit thick there, for lack of a better word. But sort of when the car's in control and it's gripped, it feels it's got enough feedback to let me know what's going on. You know, I feel confident enough to drive the car. AMG behind found a little bit of pace. It seems he's right back onto me now. I would like to try and close the gap a little bit to Chris into this right-hander if possible, just so I have a toe up the hill. I don't want to give one to the guy behind and be without one myself, you know. Yep, f***ed it. One on Jimmy. Oh no, it's okay. My throttle stab technique got us through. We are all also, it seems, catching Tobias in front of the gap is 8.7 seconds. It's a big gap. So I guess my goal realistically is to try and get past the cars ahead. Try and probably fail, but we'll give it a red hot go. Nice toe up the hill here. This is good for us. Basically just free time on the car in front. And we like that. Right, let's try and get us a bit better this time. Oh, we both got that wrong there. Just transferred the weight at the wrong point, and you can tell because the car just doesn't want to shift the way it would if you got it correctly, you know. But we're okay. Not really much where we can go here. We've been caught again by Raphael behind. I know I'm fairly okay through the carousel here, so we're going to try and get right onto the back of the guy. Looks like Alex in front was slow through there. So just like that now, we have a four-way scrap for P16. Not the most prestigious position, that's hard to say over Lisp, but just hopefully means some good racing. The guy in front's defending, which I don't see why you would do that round here. There's no way you can pass unless you really launch it on someone, and even then, you're probably going to have a crash. So right now, we're really sort of doomed to following these guys through. Oh no, Josh disconnected. That is a real shame. That's a real shame for Josh. He was fast. Faster than me, definitely. So now I'm having to lift through here because these guys aren't quite going through as quick. It's not really a space to overtake. You've got to just wait. Not really anywhere here that I can make a move and make it work.
Right side.
I'll take it. Thank you very much.
Clear.
I'll take two.
Car right. Clear on the right.
Holy shit. That somehow worked out. Right. Well, now we've got a little bit of time to the cars in front. I don't think I'm going to catch them, but I'm going to try and put away the best I can, and hopefully we can have a bit more of a fight. I didn't expect to get through those guys there, not at all. Just a couple of mistakes there. You just have to take them. You have to take the opportunities around here. So I just took them both up into P something or other, 16 I think maybe. So we did start, you know, back of the grid, P28 or so after the pit lane. So not a bad couple of laps for us in terms of position gain. We are now going to be the one that's on the straight and the one giving the tow to everyone else. So if I can get a gap of about a second, we're good. Chris is now under pressure from Raphael behind. Let's nail this, Jimmy. Yeah, that was okay. That was all right. That was a nice run onto there. Could have been a bit better, but it wasn't slow. I'm going to go straight away to the right-hand side, try and break the toe. Very nice. Now, the guys behind all have the slipstream and I don't. So we're going to see what effect that has. It's 0.8 at the start of the straight. Watch that relative in the bottom right-hand corner. Just slowly moving across. In terms of like the sim racing steward Varlin thing, I don't see it as a weave unless he's right on me. Oh my God, look at him in the mirror. That is terrifying. So I've really got my work cut out for me now over the next lap to try and open that gap up to a point where I'm not having to deal with them, basically. Sent it in there a bit too hard. Luckily, though, I think Chris behind didn't have a great exit, so we're going to be safe down the T1. What's the lap time like? Not bad, not bad. Anything under 9 minutes, especially in traffic, I'm happy with that. Oh. Such a hard corner to get right. The guy behind does not get it right. AMG launches it behind, just about gets by. So fun watching this race in my mirror. It flashes the lights there from Chris. He wasn't happy about dive from Raphael behind. Very concentrating where I'm going though, instead of looking at where they're going. Now this, the GP circuit, for some reason I've always been slow on this part of the circuit. I've never known why. I've never been able to be fast. I just suck donkey dick on this part of the circuit. So I need to try and not do that this time around. Tobias in front, I think unless there's a mistake from some cars in front, we're going to have a really, really tough time catching anybody. Just the nature of this. And the thing is, I think even if we qualified or start where we actually meant to start, we'd still be in a similar position. Gaps really open up a lot around you, especially if it's an instant in the first few laps. It's quite hard to catch back up again. So my goal now is to just try and go as quick as possible and be there if anyone else has a mistake, but not touch that wall. That's bad. Getting used to this brake pedal is a bit different as well. It's a bit lighter than the pedals I used previous, the Schissingvelds, but they're still pretty decent. I know what I'm doing with it. I know where 80% is, which is where I'm trying to brake to every time I brake. Oh yeah. Right, come on, Jimmy. You've done this circuit 50 million times. You should be able to hopefully pull away from the guys behind. A little bit of a blend, turn the car on really early, anticipate that camber change, and now we're going to hit again. The brakes just at the change of tarmac. I'm just trying to tuck it in nicely. I'm just nibbling the curb there. It's not so bad in this car. You can run up that curb on the exit fine in this car. It does not care. Gap now behind nearly 2 seconds. Very nice. This is good for us. Put in a nice gap here. Hi, Rebel Tree. Sorry, I've not spoken much recently. I hope you're doing well, mate. A little cutie there, safeguarding the corners for us. Got a yellow flag. Who's that? Someone's just retired ahead of us. That is a shame. I think it was Christopher. Raphael has actually caught me a little bit through there. I've been too busy dawdling. Now, Raphael behind had a good run through there as well, but he's going to be under attack from Peter behind. So I'm always doing that. I'm always looking at the relative and trying to understand how the race is unfolding around me, you know? Like, it's one of these weird things I can't help myself but do. I get quite distracted by it sometimes. Oh dear. See, that's what happens when you get that wrong. Damn it, lost a lot of time there. I mean, you've got to focus on what you do in your helmet. Flat up here, very nice. We'll just hold forward for a bit. Little brush of the brakes. Try and carry that speed all the way in. Watch out for that curb. Very nice to ride this one. Down a third again. Into the camber on the inside here. It's all there on the inside. You've got to use it. Now we're just following the road. Dip over to the right again, into the camber. Now early to the left. So we can ride this curb and then just straight line down here. A little bit of understeer there. I pushed the front a bit too early. I want to try and stick to the inside here. You can sort of creep out to the outside as you go over the crest. Same for here. Look at all this camber on the inside here. You don't want to turn in late. Turn in early. All these corners are like that. Turn in early, grab the camber, let it pull you around. You've got a lot of area here you can use. YouTube corner. Turned in a bit early there. Should have turned in later, but still okay. Fifth gear. Sorry, into third gear. Same one. Use all this little curb on the exit. Not the fastest I want to be through there, but we are still putting from the guys behind. That's important. Fifth gear, little jump. Fourth straight away. Hit this apex here, and then you're good. Accelerate all the way through. That curb is a bit scary. Shouldn't be doing what I was doing there, but we're in a GT4 car, so we kind of get away with it. Now it's
roller coaster section. So cool this through here. So amazing to imagine people do that in real life. And again, roll into the corner here and fourth. Back on the throttle. This corner's always tighter than you think it is. Every time. You always run out of space here. Then through the Kleiner carousel. This corner sucks. You can't convince me otherwise. Whoop. And now we're onto the straight. Now our gap is 2 seconds. Lovely. Simply lovely, mate. Oh. I didn't want to stop there, did it? Bad, Jimmy. And we go across the line in P15. So top 15, yeah. And at 8:57. Okay, that could have been a 56 there. Oh, yeah. That was better. Imagine actually using the track that you're given to use, you know, imagine doing that. On the last lap of the race here, Christian Simonson in the number 17, just taking a bit too much speed there, coming on to the Nordschleife and spins out on exit. So easy to do. They're losing 3 places to the cars around him. Very frustrating their tap on the last lap, but it just shows how on edge some of these setups are for these GT4 guys. Catching the car in front, I don't think it's going to be enough to catch him fully into the lap though. Trying to be sort of quite perfect with the wheel here. Say perfect, I mean as perfect as I can be. Again, don't think we're going to catch him unless he has some sort of incident. A nice run out of it. Now that was important. We actually had a better run than Peter out of there, so that's going to give us quite a bit of a gap. Oh, Beckham's just disconnected, so he was ahead of us. That's a free place. P14. Everything's coming up, Millhouse. I'm catching Stefan fairly quickly. I don't know if it's quick enough though. Oh, I can see him. That sucks so much. Oh, the gap down to 4.5 seconds, but it's just not going to be enough. We had a good little push there. Oh, the gap coming right down, but not quite enough to catch Stefan at the end there. Wait, is he giving me the place? What? Did he run out of fuel? Oh! Yo! What's that on the line? P13 for the number 13 car. That's a wash, ladies and gentlemen. You know what, iRacing Spotter? Shut up. I'm happy with that. We started pretty much last in P30, around there, 28. Finished P13. Not so bad. Really cool combo, these GT4s around here. They're just the right speed to sort of be fun and not super try-hard here. And racing them's a lot of fun. Thanks everyone for the good race who was in the server. Much appreciated. Hope you guys enjoyed seeing another sort of race video perspective thing. These are really fun to make. I like making these ones. I know they're not necessarily the most popular videos on the channel, but hell, I enjoy making them, so we'll keep making them. As always, a massive shout out to the channel members and of course our lovely patrons. Here they are, the most gorgeous people on the planet. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, both of course on the sim side and on real life racing. It's much appreciated. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon member, you can find out how to do that down below. Take care, have an awesome day. See you all next time.